This is Underground Operations.
All right, cut it out, cut it out. Oh, yeah, okay. I know. I get it. I'm beautiful. Well, here we are. How slamming was that, huh? That was pretty damn slamming, wasn't it? Almost gave me a neck ache when I was listening to it before the interview, before when I was doing my research. Just one quick little announcement. I want to bring my guest right on. We are still doing open mic every Monday night at the Hitchin Post in New Albany, Indiana. Every Monday night, 7 to 10. The host, one of the hosts there, looks and sounds a whole lot like me. And We've got a drum kit. We've got a bass amp. We've got everything you need to come in and play. So it's full band ready. It's just plug and play. So come on out. They're not even paying me to tell you about it. I can't call them a sponsor because they're not paying me. Well, I mean, not paying me to talk about it on this show. But Hitching Post, 115 West Market Street, New Albany, Indiana, right across the Ohio River from Louisville, Kentucky. It's just a few short minutes from downtown, and it's been doing really well. So you guys can come on out, and let's just bring my guest on.
Hey,
tell us who you are, where you're from.
I'm James. I'm the bass player for Salem's Child. We are a band signed with Pavement Entertainment, based out of Central Indiana. So really, only like 2.5 hours away from you, Rob.
Oh, I know. I've been there. I've been to Kokomo.
It's kind of an interesting place out here in the middle of a few cornfields, but that's where we make the magic happen for Salem's Child.
Do the Beach Boys really hang out there?
No.
I'm just kidding.
You haven't seen Brian Wilson here in a good minute.
I remember that song came out, people be like, talk about Kokomo. I was like, you realize that's a city in Indiana, right?
Well, they think it's down in the Florida Keys now. They had to make a bar and everything down there for it.
Did they really?
They sure did. Yeah, it's a big Parrot Head bar.
God, Parrot Head bar. So tell me all about Unbound.
Man, Unbound is we just released the album on August 16th. And man, it's been a wild ride this month. We've managed to have one of our songs break into the Billboard Top 100. It was like 68 or 6. I believe it was 68 on the last report that we got on the Billboard Rock charts. So really proud of that. Ended up with a song called She Sells Sanctuary. It was a cover of a song from The Cult. Yep. We managed to land that on Corridor of Covers a couple of weeks ago on Sirius XM radio. So that was huge for us. We announced a tour with Pissing Razors that we're getting ready to leave on here in about 3 weeks. And if that name sounds familiar, it's because Joe, their lead singer, was featured on that track you just played.
That video is almost at 1,000 views already. And it was like, it's not been out that long.
Yeah, like a month and 2 days.
Yeah.
So,
congratulations on that, man. YouTube's hard.
Thank you, man. It really is. I mean, and trying to figure out how to reach people on social media when everything seems like it's throttled, has been really challenging. But our guitar player really, he's put in the work and put in the research, and it seems like our view counts and our engagement keeps climbing. So we're loving it.
Anyway, I didn't mean to interrupt. I just wanted to be sure and bring that point up before I forgot to, because that's good. That's a really good number of views.
Yeah, no, we've been really surprised with the amount of engagement that we've received with the album, and like very pleasantly surprised. Like, I've said for years, we've got absolutely the best fans in the world, but every time we talk to somebody or somebody, like you wants to do an interview with us or whatnot, they post something on social media and all of a sudden, bam, they've got all these shares because our people love to share stuff. And so, we've been super blessed having some of the best fans in the world, the best engagement. And we just hope it keeps growing, man. We're as surprised as anybody.
Real quick, we got a couple people watching. Post the comments so we know who you are. I know you got questions for this guy. I can't do it all by myself.
Oh, you could,
I can, but it's more fun when people engage.
Well, that's the reason why they send the bass player. I'm usually the unassuming guy at the concerts and whatnot, kind of quiet to myself. But you get me one-on-one, and I'll talk the balls off Rhinosaurus, man.
I'm a bass player too, baby. That's why we've hit it off like we did.
That's no surprise whatsoever. We are the coolest people in the band, without question.
We are. We're the guy that wears the Sesame Street shirts at the show.
That's right. Or makes the custom hockey jersey for the band,
Oh yeah, hell yeah! You get a captain shirt.
Well, that's right. I better. I've put in almost 30 years for this band, so I
Really?
don't want to see, you know.
Really? It's been around that long? I know it's been around a while.
Yeah, Rob and I started making music together in 1996. Yeah,
Wow.
so it's been a few years.
Yeah. Because I went to usually when I play the music, I usually do it off Bandcamp, but this album wasn't on Bandcamp. Your other albums are.
Right, right. No, this one should be on just about any other streaming platform. So like your Spotify's, your Tidals,
Yeah.
your Amazons, Apple Music, all of that should be available for streaming. And we've also got CD and vinyl on our web store
You got to
available.
be proud of the vinyl.
Man, you know, this is the first release that I've ever been on that has made it to wax, man. So I'm stoked. I've got a copy, still haven't opened it. Just I just hold it every once in a while. I'm like, man, I've got a vinyl. And I'm one of those guys that collects vinyl. You know, I've got,
Me
first
too.
edition of all the Pink Floyd albums and most of the Led Zeppelin albums, a lot of the Doors albums, a lot of the King Crimson stuff or whatnot, stuff that I grew up on. And just absolutely love vinyl. I think it's a great medium.
It sounds the best. It does. It sounds better than CD. I know a lot of people still like CD, and it surprises me. I never did. I went along with it because that was what was going on at the time, but it's like I still like cassettes. If a band has a cassette on their merch table, I will buy the cassette over anything.
There is something about that analog format that has really kind of been lost in the digital age. Something there's a warmth to it. Almost an authenticity to it that you don't get. Yeah,
there absolutely is. So you have a lyric video for Through Fire.
Yep, Through Fire is actually the song that's made it to radio. So that's the one climbing up the Billboard charts right now. So we did a lyric video for that. And matter of fact, 2 weeks ago, we just got done recording the official music video for it. So hopefully we'll have that out soon.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah. Well, when it comes out, if you remember, send me the link and I'll put it in the description of this.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So there'll be links to everything else in the description just before I forget to say that, because I forget to say that constantly. And I forget to say, be sure to click that thumbs up button.
That's right.
I forget to say that too.
Yep. Thumbs up for you. Thumbs up for the band.
Yeah. Hell yeah. Absolutely. That's what. Well, what is the Stormworks? I was just curious.
The Stormworks is a publishing company that basically handles most of the rights for our music that we do most of our publishing through. And it's actually kind of the brainchild of our guitar player, Rob, who also runs like a digital photography and digital media business.
Wow.
Same name. So, yeah.
So is he making the videos?
As a matter of fact, he is. We've done all of our videos so far in-house. Yes. So the Stormworks is all, it's all DIY stuff. And we're really proud of the product that we've been able to put out, just the 5 of us trying to figure it all out.
And your outstanding cover of She Sells Sanctuary. Oh my, I love that song anyway. I was secretly a Cult fan when everybody hated the Cult.
Whenever was that, man? Like, how could you hate that voice? I mean, his
man.
Voice is just incredible. And in fact, when Rob and Johnny kind of came to the band and said, "Hey, we demoed this out. We want you guys to take a listen to it," and we listened to it. It hit the first couple of bars, and I was just like, "Man, this sounds, it sounds really good." Rob's got it dialed in, and then the verse is getting ready to hit, and I'm like, man, can Johnny pull this off? Really? And he gets through that first verse, and I'm like, man, he nailed it.
Yeah.
He nailed it. And we were actually that video is actually already out there on YouTube. And we were able to go shoot that video at a coworker of mine. He owns a mansion called the Charles Davis Mansion in Shelbyville.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, yeah. So we went there, and he was kind enough to let us use like his attic space, and then he's got this room at the top of kind of a turret, this old like Victorian style
Uh-huh.
house.
Yeah,
And
I know Shelbyville. My dad
yeah,
lives there.
okay. So you know the architecture or whatnot, and so
Yeah,
this is one of those
it's
really really nice old mansions that's
probably on
downtown.
Harrison Street.
In
Yeah.
fact, I believe it is. Yeah, yeah. See, okay. So big shouts out to the Charles Davis Mansion people. Man, they treated us so well. Uh, left us a nice little refresher to wet our lips at the end of the day, and off we go.
Yeah. There was one time I stayed at a friend of mine's house. They lived in one of those places, and they actually had a dumbwaiter inside one of those inside the wall.
Uh huh.
You open the door, there's a shelf, and you put whatever on there, and you roll it down to the kid inside the wall.
That's right.
I thought that was so neat. I was like, I was younger. I was like, can I ride it? No, come on.
Man, if they have one there, they didn't show it to us because they were probably afraid we'd probably try and raise all the equipment in there. Since we're going up 3 flights of stairs. That was fun. That was a really fun shoot.
I can't believe you did it in Shelbyville, man. I lived there for a few years.
It's a small world, man. It really is.
Like I said, my dad still lives there. He was the vice principal of the vocational school there for a long time.
Well, hell yeah! Shouts out to Rob's dad, then, man.
He's retired. He's retired now, but he still teaches 2 nights a week at Ivy Tech.
Well, see, that's the thing about teaching. You never stop.
I know. I was like, Dad, just retire. Just retire. He was eligible for retirement for like 10 years or so before he just didn't want to.
That sounds like my dad. It's got to be a generational thing, I think. I'm looking forward to retirement. I'm going to take mine as soon as it's available.
Oh, I am too, man. As soon as my student loans are paid off, I'm going down to part-time and playing in a band. That's my plan.
See, that's the thing. Either that or you do like me. You get you a job you can take with you on the road.
Yeah. I'll DoorDash and play in a band.
That's right.
I could take DoorDash on the road.
Man, that'd be an interesting way to do it. Matt, can you imagine showing up at somebody's house with a DoorDash and the tour bus?
Yeah. Take a moped.
There you go. Yeah, just tie one on.
Tie a moped on. Anyway, since tell us about the tour. We're starting to run out of time.
Oh, okay, man. Actually, just announced today, Salem's Childe is going to be doing 28 days with Venom Inc. Starting at the beginning of January. I want to say the 8th of January, and it runs until like the 18th, 19th of February. So we're going to be going from the West Coast all the way to the East Coast and all the way down into Florida, and then we're going to head back to the West Coast. So it's going to be a wild ride with some absolute legends. I mean, and last couple times we got to go out with Doyle from the Misfits or whatnot, and now we get to hang out with these guys. So lots of bucket list stuff getting checked off on this tour, I'm sure.
Give everybody some encouragement, man. You put in a lot of time for this, so tell them about perseverance.
Oh man, dude, I am 48 years old, and I am just now getting to where I wanted to be when I was 18, 19 years old, dreaming of playing in front of large audiences or whatnot. I never imagined that it would happen, this late in life. I was very content to, play local shows to local crowds and things like that. But, don't give up, man. If you are loving the music that you create, keep making it, because eventually somewhere the industry or the ears of the public is going to catch up with where you're at, and just ride it for all it's worth, man.
Yeah, I'm in the same boat with you, man. We just got back from a run of shows. They were around Cleveland, but one of them was a wrestling show. We played for this wrestling tournament thing. Like,
that would be badass.
it was badass. And our very last song, there were three bands and a rapper, and we were the only band this happened to. So we're kind of a novelty act. We play really funny songs. All of our songs are really funny, and we tell jokes and stuff on stage and everything. And we lure Jesse and the Hog Brothers.
Jesse and the Hog Brothers. I'll have to look you guys up.
And we play at the Melody Inn a lot.
Oh, okay. We were. I was just there with my side project a couple weeks ago. Yeah.
But this place is out in the middle of nowhere, man. It was an hour and a half from Cleveland, and it was like a really rural area. I'm pretty sure we were close to the we were just like 15, 20 minutes from the Pennsylvania state line. And of course, it's real rural there too, you know. outside of Pittsburgh and Philadelphia. In Philadelphia, it's just rural.
It's mountains and trees, man.
It is. I hate driving across Pennsylvania. Just in case I think most people that know me knows how much I hate to drive. I will drive up to New York, drive across New York, then back down, so I don't have to drive through Pennsylvania. Because not that New York's interesting, because it's not, but it's more interesting than Pennsylvania.
Well, most of it's not. You know, once you get into the city, though, New York becomes a completely different beast.
Oh yeah. Oh, trust me, I love New York City. I love Harlem. I love playing in Harlem. It's the craziest thing, man. It's like
we've done Brooklyn twice, and Brooklyn is so much fun. So much
fun. But Brooklyn's on the bucket list.
Yeah.
But the World Shrine in Harlem they're the ones that write me back. So
okay. Hey.
So that's where I play.
That's what you do. Yeah. I was actually just talking to a friend of mine today who saw a venue pop up on our routing or whatnot that I guess has a bit of a reputation among its local scene or whatnot. And I'm like, look, man, these are the guys that pick up the phone and say, we're gonna pay you what you want,
Yeah.
So that's where we show up.
Yep. But that wrestling match, and I'll close out with this, and I'm sorry, I get long-winded sometimes.
No, you're good, man.
That wrestling match, I think you'll appreciate this. The heel wrestlers on our last song came up on the stage and bum rushed us.
Perfect.
It was awesome. It was my single most favorite moment on a stage ever. They didn't do anything bad. They just come out there yelling and screaming at us.
That's awesome. That's awesome. I bet the crowd went nuts.
They did. I did. I went nuts. I was like, yeah, come on. Let's go.
Right. Heck yeah, man.
It was so much fun. And after our set, I asked them, hey, will those guys take pictures with us? They said, yeah. They went and got them. They put us in headlocks. They even showed us the correct way to
the correct way to be in a headlock.
Get to be in a headlock, yeah, for wrestling. It's like, no, stand like this. I said, all right. And we got photos of it. They got us all in headlocks.
That's great, man. That is awesome. That would be the band photos for the next album.
Oh,
easy.
You
just call it locked up.
Tell us your website before I roll the credits.
It is www.salemschild with an E on the end of it.com.
That is all our time we have for now. Thank you for listening to Undergroundopolis. Remember, we do this every Wednesday night, bringing you new and exciting artists every week. Be sure to hit up their websites and social media and stream or download their music. If you like this show, please follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Spotify, any streaming platform, and leave us a review as well. I'm your host, Rob Lyon, signing off.